Hello everyone, Troy Goodwin with Coldwell Banker Realty, and welcome back to Troy Top number 3. Yes, we are going to talk about the market, and basically we are not going to talk month over month over month. We are going to talk week over week because the market is changing drastically, and buyers and sellers out there need to know what to expect. We'd like to know what's going to happen, although that's quite hard to predict, but we have kind of some indicators that suggest otherwise. I want to first off thank Cromford Report for all the reports I'm about to show you. All the data, the percentage points I'm going to be quoting to you, all came from the Cromford Report. They take statistics from the MLS and other programs such as that and quantify it all and put it in manageable, logical presentations. And that's where my charts are. So you will find through this conversation that everything's kind of interrelated. So first off, stock market. January and February, we were doing great in the stock market, up to 29,000. It was crazy. Now let's go over to real estate. January and February, we were going gangbusters here in the Phoenix market. We were leading the country. Sales were crazy. And inventory was at our lowest in years. So I want to show you a couple graphs first. So right around the end of February, it's 29,000. What happened at the end of February? Coronavirus started leaking into the news and started getting serious. Stock market is always first to react. So right between the 28th, right around the 28th of February, they had a little adjustment in the stock market and kind of shot across the bow, got everybody's attention. By March 7th, stock market was floundering and it had lost about 4,000 points, 5,000 points. And I want to show you this graph of the stock market. You can see the graph in February, it's doing great. You see the first little dip goes down, it kind of flutters, then it drops all the way down to the bottom. That bottom point is March 23rd. The stock market crashed. Now, I want to pull up and show you the active listing counts. Inventory. Inventory was heading down since May 2019, and it's been heading down ever since. Well, right around up until May 7th, our inventory was at the lowest records we've had in quite some time. Buyers were out there, inventory's low, we're in a great seller's market. Well then, as you look at this next slide, active listing counts, that bottom where you see the trend at the very bottom is right around May 7th to May 23rd, which is the very low bottom of the stock market. And what do you see happen? You have the bottom of the stock market, and now listings start to rise, and everybody is worried about the coronavirus and what's going to happen. So you have listings on the rise. And it looks like by that graph, could be flattening. We don't know. We're still 2 to 3 weeks behind the stock market. But as you can see from the stock market graph, it's recouped about half its losses so far. But we're still not out of the woods. Buyers are still sitting on the sidelines. They're thinking it's 2007 when the market crashed and all the sellers are going to drop their prices. Only difference? This is a short-term pandemic compared to the financial crisis we had back in 2007, which lasted years and even almost a decade. All right, next slide. Listings under contract. This is going by weekly. So on this slide, you can tell the peak up there is right around March 23rd. So then you have the 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks after that, from March 7th on to today, April 22nd. And what have we done? We've done nothing but have less and less homes going under contract. The good thing about this graph, the listings under contract, is we were plummeting, you can see. And now you can see it's kind of flattening down at the bottom as we are in the COVID virus. And it's starting to not drop as severely. We are down 44% market metro-wide in the Phoenix area with listings going under contract. It is crazy. So from the listing under contract, which is getting low or is going low, we have high or active listings are increasing. And now I want to show you the last graph, which is the Cromford Index, market index. What that is that basically they have taken data for years and years and years, and they kind of came up with a baseline of what number would be a normal market. That number on this graph, for all intents and purposes, is 100. As you can see, the green line, that's 2019, from January to December. It's just doing nothing but going further and higher up into a seller's market. Then you come back to January of 2020. That's when you can see the incline of that steep mark going into a deeper seller's market. What's that top part up there on the top? March 7th. We have been falling ever since. March 7th to March 23rd is a critical time period for all of real estate activity. Our listings started going up. Listings under contract started going down. And now we are coming down out of the seller's market. We're not out of a seller's market. As you can see, we're still above 100. It's just not as strong as market. Now the listings under contract is kind of flattening out. This line is not flattening out. So we can't really predict with those buyers sitting on the sideline what's going to happen. Only thing we do know is listings are going up, but it looks like from the active listing counts, it looks like it's starting to flatten off. Listings under contract are starting to not decline as much anymore, flattening. So the buyers sitting on the sideline waiting for the market and sellers to start dropping their prices, too soon to know. I think in 2 to 3 weeks we'll know more. But my guess is that we're not going to have a big drop in sellers' prices like the buyers are hoping. So once this is over, I can tell, and it looks like, making a prediction, Phoenix will be booming again. So, thank you for coming to my talk today. Hopefully it made sense. I hit you with a lot of information, but wait till I see you next time. Take care.